Lying some 830 kilometers north of Finland's capital city, Helsinki, Rovaniemi is a top touristic destination. With a population of close to 70,000, Rovaniemi is Europe's largest city by area. The city is attractive not only because it is located right on the Arctic Circle, but also because it is known as the official hometown of Santa Claus. The name Rovaniemi comes from the Sami word rova, which means an esker or a hill covered by forest, or a location where there has been a forest fire at some earlier time. The majestic Kemijoki, with its 550 kilometers in length, is the longest river in Finland. Rovaniemi is at the confluence of Kemijoki River and its largest tributary, Onasjoki. The Arctic rivers and delta areas create a unique scenery. The Jatkankiintila Bridge, also known as the Lumberjack Candle Bridge, is the most significant landmark of Rovaniemi. The bridge, which spans 320 meters across the Kemijoki River, is a cable-stayed bridge, the first of its kind in Finland. The bridge was opened to public transit on September 28, 1989. Highway 78 crosses the Kemijoki River via the bridge. Walking towards the riverside from Lodi Square at the city center, one can easily see the bridge. There are numerous vantage points from alongside the riverbank that offer excellent photo opportunities of the bridge. The most popular time to visit Rovaniemi is, of course, around Christmas. Travel to the famous Santa Claus village, where you can physically hop over the Arctic Circle. Stop by the Santa Claus main post office and write a letter to Santa, or meet the jolly elves in person. Rovaniemi is a winter wonderland. There are many thrilling activities to enjoy, such as a husky tour, a reindeer sleigh ride, and a snowmobile safari underneath the northern lights. Many visitors also choose late June and early July to visit Rovaniemi. Imagine yourself having a beer at a downtown open bar and watching a Eurocup soccer game under the midnight sun. Rovaniemi is a city where tourists can totally relax, stroll at the market, and support local farmers. During your visit, you must spend a day or at least 4 hours during the day at Arcticum, the regional museum of Lapland. Home to Finland's northern cultural history and Arctic research, Arcticum aspires to be a museum at the roots of the North. Start your visit at the signpost in front of the museum. The signpost indicates the distances from Rovaniemi to major villages in Lapland, 2 of which are now in Russian territory, including Petsamo. In front of Arcticum lies a road roller from Petsamo. Petsamo, on the shore of the Arctic Ocean, belonged to Finland from 1920 until 1944. The 531-kilometer highway from Rovaniemi to the port of Linnanmäki was completed in 1931. The unpaved road surface was compressed with this stone roller, which weighs an estimated 3 tons. The roller included a frame and shafts. At least 1 pair of horses were needed to pull it. The architecturally impressive Arcticum building was designed by a Danish architectural firm with Claus Bonderup at the lead architect. The first phase of the Archicom building was completed in 1992 and the crescent-shaped part in 1997. The total area of the Archicom building amounts to approximately 9,000 square meters. Comprised of about 1,000 glass panels, the imposing glass corridor is 172 meters long, pointing to the north, and the end of the corridor looks over the Onasjoki River. In addition to the museum, Archicom houses the University of Lapland Arctic Center and a library, gallery, restaurant, and museum store. Standing inside the Archicom building, when looking north, the University of Lapland Arctic Center exhibitions are on the left side of the glass corridor, while the Regional Museum of Lapland exhibitions are on the right. Archicom puts on display objects of the archaeological heritage that spans from almost 10,000 years ago until the present day. Before ending your visit, spend 10 minutes to watch a short movie, and you will better appreciate the beauty of Arctic seasons and the beautiful landscape of Lapland. Don't just leave the museum without making a stop at the cafe restaurant to have a cup of coffee, or even better, the buffet. Although there has been continuous human settlement in the Rovaniemi area since at least the Stone Age, few of the buildings date back before 1944, because most of the city was destroyed during World War II. As a result of repeated wars, including the Winter War from 1939 to 1940, the Continuation War from 1941 to 1944, and the Lappish War from 1944 to 1945, Finland suffered severe losses in human lives and was forced to pay large sums of reparations, in addition to losing more than 1/10 of her territory to the Soviet Union. When Rovaniemi was rebuilt, it was designed with input from the Finnish architect Alva Aalto, who planned the city's footprint in the shape of a reindeer's head, with the city roads forming the antlers and the local sports stadium as the reindeer's eye. Reindeer, the prince of the northern forest, was an important animal both for livelihood and trade. The reindeer's importance for trade began to be emphasized during the 13th century. The original form of the reindeer is European reindeer, which still lives wild in the southern parts of Norway. Reindeer husbandry is considered to have started in northern Norway and Finland in the Middle Ages. While Lapland is the largest and northernmost region of Finland, Rovaniemi is the administrative capital and commercial center of Lapland. Northern Lapland is the home of the Sami people. The Sami people are the only indigenous people in the European Union area. The Sami homeland spans national borders and includes areas in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia. The Sami people have their own history, worldview, languages, distinctive music and crafts, as well as traditional sources of livelihood. The most important and oldest livelihood is, of course, reindeer herding. Rovaniemi is a charming city. It has so much to offer in terms of the rich culture of the Sami people, fascinating tales associated with Santa Claus, exciting adventures for nature lovers, as well as history lessons about important topics such as war and peace. Before boarding my plane for Helsinki, I caught sight of a sign at the Rovaniemi airport. East, West, Home Airport is the best. Indeed, Rovaniemi has a magic of making visitors feeling at home. The Arctic Circle under the midnight sun, the lyrical music played at the Santa Claus village, the glowing colors of summer plants and flowers, the graceful birch that is the most common tree species in Lapland. Lapland, a winter wonderland, land of the reindeer and homeland of the Sami people.